Ciao amici, and welcome back to A Taste of Sicily. I'm Concetta, and today we're going to make pasta a Picchio, which means fast, speedy tomato sauce. I have simmering here some onion and garlic, and to that I'm going to add some peeled tomatoes, and these happen to be San Marzano. This sauce is so fast to make that in the time that you cook your pasta, you can actually make your sauce. I'm going to use another can of that. Okay, and usually I use a cover, but I want to show you how this looks. This is even faster than opening up a jar of something. To this, I'm going to kind of let that get going in the heat. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. It's already starting to bubble. And I'm going to add a little bit of sugar for the acidity in the tomato. Now, I know there are lots of different ways to take care of the acidity in the tomato, and it's a very heated discussion actually. It ranks right up there with, do you call it sauce or gravy? There are several ways you can take away the acidity and add a little bit of sweetness to the sauce. You can just add more onion if you want. You can also add some carrot, or you can add some sugar, and I'm sure there are other ways that you can do it as well. It comes down to being very regional. My mom and dad both grew up in Cefalù, Sicily, and it's something that they learned in their town. This is how they learned to sweeten their sauce up a little bit. Some people would say, well, just start with good tomatoes to begin with. That's true too. But when you don't have fresh tomatoes, sometimes you need a little help from a can. So like I said, these are San Marzano peeled tomatoes. And as this cooks, you kind of just press down on them to mash them up a little bit so they're not completely whole chunks. Okay, and it's still simmering. And I'm going to add now some fresh basil. I just kind of julienned the basil a little bit, and I'm going to sprinkle that in there. And the fresh basil is what you want because it's going to give it the best flavor. You really don't want dried basil in this dish. So as you can tell, it's already bubbling very nicely. We added our just sugar, salt, pepper, and basil. That basic. Okay, I'm going to let that cook for a few extra minutes. So what you would do is have your pasta cooking. I already cooked some pasta, and I don't like to let it sit, so I'm going to actually put that in there pretty quickly. But you would just cook it very fast, and then as soon as it's ready, you'd pour it in here, mix it all together, and there you go. It's easier than opening a jar of Prego. So let me go ahead and get my pasta in there now. Let me see if that's ready to go. Just need a couple more seconds. I'm going to put this in here. Go ahead and put all, I think I can take all of it. Okay. All right. Okay, and that's just about ready to eat. Now, how would you serve this? You would put it on a serving platter or in a pasta dish, and you would top it with some fresh Parmesan shavings. And you can add a little bit more basil if you'd like. And there you have it. For those of you who want the exact measurements, it's in our cookbook, A Taste of Sicily, Pasta a Picchio on page 63. Thank you for joining us tonight, and buon pranzo.